Hello, everybody. Welcome to ABC Interactive English. This is Karen.
And this is Shane. Today, we are looking at part B of our dialogue, and it's called habits. So speaking of habits, I want to share something. You know, we're talking about habits. I've been wanting to build good habits lately. So look what I've got. Dun, 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 dun.
You're trying to get more exercise? You are weightlifting?
No, this is my new water bottle.
That is ridiculous.
What do you mean?
Look how big it is.
That's why it's good, because you're supposed to drink a lot of water every single day.
That's like if you were going to eat, right? And you put all of your food in one container that you're going to eat for the whole day and carry it around with you. Why does it need to all be in one bottle?
Well, so I know if I fill it up to the top, I finish it, that's how much water I need for the day.
How about this? When you're thirsty, you drink. Is that so difficult?
People forget to drink all the
time. They probably don't need the water if they're not thirsty.
That's not true. You have to drink enough. And you know what's so great about this water bottle? Look at this.
Please tell me.
You know, from the top, it starts off by saying good morning to me.
Oh, wow.
And then it says, you can do it. Keep trying. And until I finish, it said, yay, you did it. And I will feel great.
Okay.
Oh, I should get you one for
No,
your birthday.
No.
So you can carry it around with you all day.
No. Why don't we get in today's lesson, and please do not give me one of those.
Drink enough water. You gotta stay healthy.
Duncan and Sheila are talking about their habits.
What time do you usually get up in the morning?
During the week, I usually get up at 6 o'clock.
Me too. I need time to get ready for work. How about the weekends?
On the weekends, I often sleep in until 9 or 10.
So today we are looking at part B of our dialogue, and it's called habits.
Okay, so we have Duncan and Sheila. So Duncan and Sheila are talking about their habits.
I wonder if they're good habits. So what's a habit? A habit is a noun, and that's something that you do often without thinking. So some people might have a habit of reading, and some people might have a habit of getting up early every day. So for example, he's trying to break the habit of staying up late. And that's not a good habit, to stay up late.
So basically, it's just a habit. It's just something that you do all the time, and you do it very natural. 就是一个习惯, right?
That's right.
Basically speaking. So we have two characters, Duncan and Sheila.
And I will be Sheila, that's right.
So Duncan begins by saying, what time do you usually get up in the morning?
So that's like, what time do you usually wake up in the morning, right?
So what does it usually mean? That's an adverb. It means in the way that is usual or normal. So for example, you can say, she doesn't usually arrive on time.
So in other words, she's usually late.
Yeah, so if we were to look at 1 week, how many days was she late? Probably she would be late like, 5 days out of 7.
That's right.
Right?
That's not a good habit.
That's a bad habit.
So Sheila says, during the week, I usually get up at 6 o'clock. Wow, that's actually quite early, right?
Oh, it depends. Yeah, I think when you're a student or if you have a job where you need to be there early.
That's right.
Then 6 o'clock is probably a pretty normal time. But like on a weekend and you don't have work, you don't have school, 6 o'clock is really early.
Exactly. But some people actually like getting up early.
Especially old people, right? Why do they wake up so early?
Do you wake up early?
I'm not old.
Okay. Just checking. Okay, so what does Duncan say?
Duncan says, me too. I need time to get ready for work. How about the weekends?
Okay. So he needs time to get ready for work. Maybe he needs to brush his teeth and have some breakfast, get everything ready, and get dressed, right?
Hopefully he gets dressed. Because if he doesn't get dressed, that will be pretty weird.
And Sheila says, on the weekends, I often sleep in until 9 or 10. Okay, so on the weekends, we're talking about Saturday and Sunday, right? So you're talking about a week. That's Monday to Sunday. So weekend, that's like the end of the week. So we call it weekend, right?
Oh, yes.
So for example, John usually goes to the beach on the weekend. That means John usually goes to the beach on Saturday or Sunday, right?
Right. Okay, so continuing, we have sleep in. So we know what it means to sleep.
That's right.
But if you sleep in, is it like sleep in a bed? Sleep in a home? No, to sleep in means to sleep until after the time you usually get up in the morning. So if you usually get up at 6 a.m., and then you wake up at 10 a.m. on the weekend, then you will say, I sleep in.
That's right.
Until 10. So for example, I like to sleep in on Saturdays.
Me too. I think everyone would love to sleep in if they can, right?
Let me ask you, what time do you usually wake up? What's your habit? What time do you wake up every morning?
Well, every morning I wake up at around 6:30.
Around 6:30. Okay.
So that's actually pretty early too.
Yeah.
And because I have to make breakfast for my daughter and get her ready for school, and then I will go to work. So how about you?
But do you have the habit of eating breakfast? You said you make breakfast for your daughter. Do
Yes.
you also have the habit of eating breakfast?
That's right.
I don't eat breakfast.
You don't eat breakfast?
My habit is just to have coffee in the morning.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Haven't you heard?
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
So every morning you only have coffee.
Yep, and then I just wait until lunch. And
Okay.
I have gotten used to doing that. So yeah, basically that's my habit and I'm fine. And I normally wake up anytime between 7 and 8. It
Okay.
just varies, like it's different at different times. But if I don't have to be up early, I will naturally wake up between 7 and 8.
That's still,
Every day.
That's still pretty early though if you don't set your alarm, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. What time do you go to bed?
Normally around midnight.
Midnight.
12.
Okay. So you get maybe like 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night.
Yes.
Okay, that's actually not bad. Getting enough sleep is very important.
Okay, also getting enough rest is important, so why don't we rest and have a break?
All right.
Really? I can't. My body won't let me do that.
Oh, so when do you usually go to sleep at night?
I am usually in my bed by 11, and I quickly fall asleep after that.
That's great. I don't fall asleep very quickly.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
So before the break, we were looking at a dialogue between Duncan and Sheila. They were talking about their habits. They were talking about what time they get up every morning. So it seems like Duncan and Sheila both wake up pretty early during the weekdays, which means Monday to Friday. But on the weekends, Sheila says she likes to sleep in. And what does Duncan say now?
Okay, so Duncan says, really? I can't. So he can't sleep in. My body won't let me do that.
Maybe Duncan is old.
Maybe.
I'm just joking.
So maybe his body won't let him do that. So what is a body?
Okay, so your body, basically, that's a noun.
Yeah.
It just means your physical self. Like your arms, legs, head, your whole body. Everything you can touch.
How about my tummy?
Tummy, that's part of your body.
How about my foot?
That's part of your body as well.
Wow, okay.
So for example, after exercising, my whole body aches.
Me too.
And sometimes you really do feel like that. So
You start to feel old.
I know.
When you start to get that achy. Ache.
That's right.
Okay, so
Sheila says,
continuing, Sheila.
And Sheila says, oh, so when do you usually go to sleep at night? Okay, because they were talking about what time they get up in the morning, and now they're asking each other what time they go to sleep.
Okay.
What does Duncan say?
Duncan says, I am usually in my bed by 11, and I quickly fall asleep after that.
Wow.
So
Quickly fall asleep.
we will say like when we're talking about what time do you go to sleep, in English, we will often say I get into bed at 11, or I'm usually in bed by 11 or whatever time, because it's a little bit different. You might get in bed, but you can't fall asleep very easily. Some people might need to read or listen to some music. So even though usually I'm in bed by 12 a.m., midnight, I can't fall asleep
right away
until maybe 1 a.m. It takes sometimes an hour to fall asleep for me.
So Duncan is actually quite lucky because he falls asleep right after he gets in bed. But Sheila says, that's great. I don't fall asleep very quickly. And that is like you, right?
I'm like Sheila, yeah. I fall asleep very slowly.
Okay, but you cannot fall asleep very quickly. What does that mean, quickly?
So quickly just means, it's an adverb which just means fast. So for example, my time teaching you always goes very quickly.
Because you're having a great time,
Yes,
right?
they say time flies fast when you're having fun.
You are absolutely right. So can I just ask you though?
No, no, you cannot ask me any questions. Okay.
Okay, so you said it's not easy for you to fall asleep. So what are some of your tips for people who can't really fall asleep right away? What are some of the things you can do to help yourself fall asleep?
Well, since I can't do it, I don't have any good tips. But actually, the one thing that does really work for me is I listen to like an audiobook.
Okay.
Or listen to like some kind of nature sounds.
Like ocean or like the forest, the birds singing.
Right. And it can help to make my mind more quiet.
Okay.
Because I can't sleep because my mind just keeps talking and thinking. I say, shut up! Go to sleep, turn off. I wish there's just an off switch.
Yes.
And I could just...
But there isn't. So sometimes you have to really think of different ways to help yourself fall asleep. And sometimes I think people listen also to like meditation, like videos or audio. And then that also can help calm you down.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today. And hopefully you have more good habits than bad ones.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Duncan and Sheila are talking about their habits.
What time do you usually get up in the morning?
During the week, I usually get up at 6 o'clock.
Me too. I need time to get ready for work. How about the weekends?
On the weekends, I often sleep in until 9 or 10.
Really? I can't. My body won't let me do that.
Oh, so when do you usually go to sleep at night?
I am usually in my bed by 11, and I quickly fall asleep after that.
That's great. I don't fall asleep very quickly.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 habit 名词习惯。Regular exercise is a good habit. 规律运动是一个好习惯。下一个单字 usually 副词通常。I usually go to bed at 11 o'clock. 我通常在11点睡觉。下一个单字 weekend 名词周末。I'm going to visit my grandma this weekend. 这个周末我要去探望我的奶奶。最后一个单字 body 名词身体。Drinking water is good for your body. 喝水对你的身体有益。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 get up 起床，它的相对说法是 go to bed 就寝。我们来看看这个例句。When did you get up this morning? 你今天早上几点起床？接下来看下一个文法 get ready for something 为某事物做准备。get ready 指的是准备，这边要注意介系词的用法。ready 指的是准备好的、备妥的。我们来看看这个例句 I need to get ready for my presentation tomorrow. 我需要为明天的简报做准备。presentation 指的是简报。最后一个文法 sleep in 睡到自然醒，用于有意的睡得比平常晚的情况。sleep 指的是睡觉，它的三态是 sleep, slept, slept。我们来看看这个例句 I usually sleep in on Sunday morning. 周日早上时，我通常睡得晚一些。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Today, we're going to talk about a very special project that launched in Chiayi in 2020, and it's called the Ould House Facelift. Now, we know what an old house is, right? Old house means just a house or a building that is very, very old. But a facelift, that means they want to get rid of the things that look really old on the outside to make it look better and prettier. And so the tourists and visitors will want to go and visit. So let's learn about this special project.
Ould House Facelift is a project launched in Chiayi in 2020. The purpose of the project is to restore the facades of Chiayi's historical architecture to their original states. In Chiayi, there are many old wooden houses. Many of them are in a state of disrepair. They were improperly repaired and extended using patches and iron sheets. These problems affect the urban landscape and architectural conservation. In order to solve these problems, authorities have started to take action. Completing the Ould House Facelift project is a difficult task. It's not just about repairing the facades of old homes. Each house has its own set of unique problems. Pipelines, walls, signboards, and awnings have been used for more than 10 years. Everything has to be taken into consideration. The style of the restoration has to match its neighboring houses. The owners and their families' needs must also be taken into account. Therefore, consulting with them is of the utmost importance. The goal of Ould House Facelift is to make these owners' houses and lives beautiful once again. Chiayi is also called the Wooden City. As more modern buildings were constructed, fewer people paid attention to these old wooden houses. These old houses are part of Chiayi's history and shouldn't be forgotten. Ould House Facelift restores the original beauty of these old wooden houses.
I love the idea of restoring the original beauty of the old houses and turn it into something more beautiful, more modern to attract the visitors and tourists. So I certainly want to visit in the future. And I hope you guys will visit too. So this is all the time we have for today, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.